Hello dear students. In the previous session we have discussed the topic of transformation of a matrix is an orthogonal matrix, isn't it? That is nothing but if I consider a matrix A into A transpose should be equal to A transpose into A is equal to identity matrix. This is what we say that transformation of a matrix is an orthogonal matrix, isn't it? I have proved this part and I gave an assignment for this part. I hope you got solution for this also. That is your identity matrix. So from that you can conclude that transformation of a matrix is an orthogonal matrix. Okay. So in this session let us move further. So we have to prove that there is a problem. Okay, show that EI prime, EJ prime, EK prime is equal to determinant of alpha I1, alpha I2, alpha I3, alpha J1, alpha J2, alpha J3 and alpha K1, alpha K2, alpha K3. This is the given problem. We have to prove that I guess you know that this is nothing but box product of three base vectors for xi prime coordinate system. Here I have prime, so the system is subjected to xi prime axis, isn't it? This is a box product. You can express this box product as scalar triple product, that is nothing but ei prime dot Ej prime cross Ek prime. We have seen in the beginning classes of our continuum mechanics, we can express scalar product, scalar triple product in this form as well as in this form, isn't it? So now if I prove this is equal to this, then I can say that this whole thing is nothing but the determinant of alpha I1, alpha I2, alpha I3, alpha J1, alpha J2, alpha J3, alpha K1, alpha K2, alpha K3. So what I will do is I will consider my LHS part. From that I will prove this. Okay. So now in order to prove this, first I will consider a vector A. So we know that any vector can be expressed as a linear combination, isn't it? So for this, the linear combination we can write as A1 E1 plus A2 E2 plus A3 E3. Again, A1 can be rewritten as vector A dot E1 as it is. So these all are vectors again, right? Again we are writing these vectors in a linear combination form. So vector A dot E1 as it is plus vector A dot E2 into E2 plus vector A dot E3 into E3. Right? We can write in this form, isn't it? So now I will use this. Let me call this as equation number 1. Using equation number 1, we can arrive with this expression. Okay, that is, I will rewrite equation 1 here. Vector A is equal to vector A dot E1 into E1 plus vector A dot E2 into E2 plus vector A dot E3 into E3. Now what I will do is I will replace your vector A by Ei prime. So in your equation number 1, if you replace your vector A by Ei prime, what you will get? You will get Ei prime is equal to Ei prime E1 into E1 plus Ei prime dot E2 into E2 plus Ei prime dot E3 into E3. Right? So now we know that from transformation coordinate we can write alpha Ij is equal to Ei prime dot Ej. Right? So using this notation I can write this expression as Ei prime is equal to alpha I1 E1 plus alpha I2 E2 plus alpha I3 E3. Right? Similarly, Replace your vector A by Ej prime in your equation number 1. So I am replacing vector A by Ej prime. So you will get Ej prime is equal to Ej prime dot E1 into E1 plus Ej prime into E2 into E2 plus Ej prime dot E3 into E3. Again use the same transformation. So you will be getting Ej prime is equal to alpha J1 E1 plus alpha J2 E2 plus alpha J3 E3. Similarly, I have to consider Ek prime, right? So now replace vector A by Ek prime in your equation number 1. You will be getting Ek prime is equal to alpha K1 E1 plus alpha K2 E2 plus alpha K3 E3. Right? Now this is nothing but we can write all this as using a box product, that is Ei prime Ej prime Ek prime. This is nothing but Ei prime dot Ej prime cross Ek prime, right? So now if you write it in a determinant form, this is nothing but alpha I1, alpha I2, alpha I3, alpha J1, alpha J2, alpha J3, alpha K1, alpha K2, alpha K3. So for your convenience, if you want, you can try this. Alpha I1 into alpha J2 alpha K3 minus alpha K2 alpha J3 minus alpha I2 into alpha J1 alpha K3 minus alpha K1 alpha J3 plus alpha I3 into alpha J1 alpha K2 minus alpha K1 alpha J2. Again, if you observe this, if you expand this, you will get the same thing. Okay, so from this we can conclude that Ei prime, Ej prime, Ek prime is equal to determinant of alpha I1, alpha I2, alpha I3, alpha J1, alpha J2, alpha J3, alpha K1, alpha K2, alpha K3. So if you go on simplifying this, again you will get the same thing using the transformation. Okay, so we will conclude directly that this box product is equal to determinant of this. So now let's move to next problem. In the next problem, they have given the transformation values E1 prime, E2 prime, E3 prime, E1, E2, E3. This is 1 by 2 into root 3 by 2, 1 by 2 root 2, 1 by 2 root 2, 1 by 2 into root 3 by 2. We have root here also. 1 by 2 root 2 minus 1 by 2 root 2. We have to find out these three values. So if I express this in a matrix form, this is nothing but E1, E2, E3, E1 prime, E2 prime, E3 prime, alpha 1 1, alpha 1 2, alpha 1 3, alpha 2 1, alpha 2 2, alpha 2 3, alpha 3 1, alpha 3 2, alpha 3 3. Right? So compare these two transformation now. If you compare, you can say that we know the values of alpha 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 2 1, 2 2, 2 3. We have to find out alpha 3 1, alpha 3 2, alpha 3 3. Right? So from this, alpha 1 1 is equal to alpha 2 1 is equal to 1 by 2 root 3 by 2, and alpha 1 2 is equal to alpha 2 2 is equal to alpha 1 3, that is 1 over 2 root 2, and alpha 2 3 is nothing but minus 1 by 2 root 2. We know these values. Using these values, we have to find out the third row, alpha 3 1 3 2 3 3, right? So in the previous session we have seen a theorem that is nothing but your transformation of a matrix is an orthogonal matrix. There we got a equation that is alpha 1 1 alpha 3 1 plus alpha 1 2 alpha 3 2 plus alpha 1 3 alpha 3 3 is equal to 0, and alpha 2 1 alpha 3 1 plus alpha 2 2 alpha 3 2 plus alpha 2 3 alpha 3 3 is equal to 0. So I will call this as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. Now using these two equations, okay, let's find the values. So first substitute the values which you have already known. After substituting in equation number 1, you will be getting 1 by 2 into root 3 by 2, that is we are substituting for alpha 1 1. Here I can substitute for alpha 1 2, here for alpha 1 3, right? So 1 by 2 root 3 by 2 into alpha 3 1 plus 1 by 2 root 2 into alpha 3 2 plus 1 by 2 root 2 into alpha 3 3 is equal to 0. This is one equation. If you simplify this, you will be getting root 3 alpha 3 1 plus alpha 3 2 plus alpha 3 3 is equal to 0. Call this as equation number 3. Okay. Now from equation number 2, you can substitute for alpha 2 1, alpha 2 2 and for alpha 2 3. After substituting these three values in your equation number 2, you will be getting 1 over 2 into root 3 by 2 alpha 3 1 plus 1 over 2 root 2 into alpha 3 2 minus 1 over 2 root 2 alpha 3 3 is equal to 0. Again simplify this. After simplification, you will be getting root 3 into alpha 3 1 plus alpha 3 2 minus alpha 3 3 is equal to 0. Call this as equation number 4. Okay. So now using equation 3 and 4, by subtracting these two equations, equation 3 minus equation 4, you will be getting 2 times of alpha 3 3 is equal to 0. This implies alpha 3 3 is equal to 0. So now I got the value of alpha 3 3. Now we have to find out alpha 3 1 and alpha 3 2, right? So now what I will do is I will add equation number 3 and equation number 4. By adding these two equations, we will be getting 2 root 3 alpha 3 1 plus 2 alpha 3 2 is equal to 0. On simplification, we will get root 3 alpha 3 1 is equal to minus alpha 3 2, right? So or we can write this as alpha 3 2 is equal to minus root 3 alpha 3 1. So now if I find the value of alpha 3 1 or 3 2, another value can be determined very easily. So for this, again using that theorem 1, we have one more equation there, that is alpha 3 1 square plus alpha 3 2 square plus alpha 3 3 square is equal to 1, right? So now we know the value of alpha 3 3. We know the relation between alpha 3 1 and 3 2. Using that I can find out the value, right? So alpha 3 1 square plus alpha 3 2 square is equal to 1. Substitute alpha 3 2 is equal to minus root 3 alpha 3 1. So alpha square 3 1 will be written as it is plus minus root 3 alpha 3 1 whole square is equal to 1. This is nothing but 4 into alpha 3 1 square is equal to 1. So from this we can write alpha 3 1 is equal to plus or minus 1 by 2, right? So now if alpha 3 1 is equal to 1 by 2, this implies alpha 3 2 will be root 3 minus root 3 by 2. Again, if alpha 3 1 is equal to minus 1 by 2, then this implies alpha 3 2 is equal to root 3 by 2. So from this we got the value of alpha 3 2, alpha 3 1 and alpha 3 3. So here you may get a doubt that why we have to consider these three equations, right? Because they have given a transformation, and we have already known that any transformation is an orthogonal matrix, right? So since we know the fact that a transformation is an orthogonal matrix, we will consider the concept of vector A dot A transpose is equal to identity matrix. Since this is true, we can get a relation between A and A transpose. So here, in order to find the unknown values, we have to use this fact. From this fact, you will get these three equations. So now using these three equations, you can find out the unknown values, right? So this is why we have to consider these equations, that is the relation between A and A transpose, okay? And you have a small assignment, that is you have to tell me that how this determinant is equal to this scalar triple product. Check it out and let me know the answer, okay? So we'll continue some more concept in the next session. Thank you.